Good evening, Gemini. We can ready to jump right into this. Good energies and good vibes are happening. 1 second. Close that door for me. Okay. Just going to get into this energy and this vibe. Yes. Okay. Wow. Energy's pulling tonight. Like, what? What is happening here? Okay, here we go. Alright, guys, that's our underlying energy. Underlying is a 2. 2 of Pentacles. Let's get into it. I think they call it disc here. How you been doing, Gemini? We're just getting right into this. It's 2021, baby. General reading here for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay, I see y'all got a lot going on with your family. Even love situations. Think y'all want to go on a trip with somebody. And the world is not as closed down as we thought it was. As it's supposed to be, according to, you know, what they tell us. But you've been working very hard, which is very typical for Gemini. You've been working hard, and you really have been putting away all kinds of things within regards to this trip. You want to take a trip. There's a trip coming up. You want to take this trip. It could potentially be a family trip, but this could also just be a relation, like a trip between you and your boo. You could be married. A marriage represents so many different things these days. Like your boo could be your job. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping it's a person. Because you need to get away. You've really been working extremely hard. You need a respite. You need to chill out. You've been on it. And now you're just like, I'm ready to go into, like, you are ready. It's all over you. Like, you feel it all in here. You're ready to go. And it looks like the trip is going to happen. Looks like it should be a good trip when you go. You may see some business opportunities. I'm telling you, 2020 and 2021 really made it so that we could see a lot of different things and understand that things are happening in a different way now in this world. Life is pretty seamless for you right now, Gemini. It's just, I mean, I don't have a lot here that I really even need clarification on. Being dead up, I'm ready to jump right into your love reading. Because yes, I am doing a love reading for everyone. I'm feeling so inspired. Like, do a love reading. Get a people love reading. But Spirit, right now, can we have clarification? Yeah, they need to get away. They're tired. There's also been a lot of loss. People have been leaving your life as friends. Like, this pandemic, the coronavirus, we've learned a lot about people that we thought we knew, Gemini specifically, and you've gotten really angry over it. It has really stressed you out, and the sorrow has been there. That's what's riding underneath your need to go on this trip. You want to go and get refreshed. You want to go and get refreshed. I want to look at something else very quickly. Let's just see. Once again, Spirit, we need a little bit more of a message. Here it is. Dropping out like that was fast. Can't take people so flat. You really want to go. And for some of you that have a side hustle, you're ready to turn it into a full-time business. A little bit, here it is, that same card again. Wow. Okay, let's look and see. Okay, I'm looking at the time. I wanted to make sure I gave y'all a nice general reading. It's just that the business has not been doing everything that you wanted it to do of recent. But you got enough money to get ready and take a trip. And there's been a lot of, like, you've been getting different phone calls that are not always good news. And this is more personal. This isn't even a business thing. This is more so of, like, maybe people that you know. I don't know if some of you have lost people due to the coronavirus. I'm sorry for that. Or other things, you know what I mean? And it's just being completely, like, the feeling of it, the impact of it is that much more bigger because things are so different right now. And so you need this trip. You need this trip. And this trip is coming up. This trip is happening. When you go on this trip, take your time and relax. Because I see, and relax also from the business too. You may come back with a brand new perspective of refreshing and ready to just do the darn thing. This trip is coming up. And it's interesting. Everybody has different, I think, in the interest of companies, resorts, tourist sites and stuff like that, staying afloat, they've had different requirements and everything for people coming to their country for vacation. I know about it because as late as last year, I had a client that I had to work with who was traveling to a country, and she just had to be cleared a certain amount of weeks ahead of time. As she said to me, I am living my life, I'm still traveling, I'm still doing this. And I was just like, okay, hey, all right. People are doing things different ways. So you're getting ready to go on a trip, Gemini, and I think it'll be very good for you from what I can see here. You're going to be getting this together by the skin of your chinny chin chin now. Like, and I mean as far as time off, because you guys are very well sought after at your job and very well needed. Like, they really need you because they rely on you so much. And then number two, you know, expenses have just been going up. They've been all over the place because you've had to do things differently now. So, but you're going to, but still, yet and still you're going on this trip. Like I said, you can feel this in your literal skin. Like, I get out of here. And take a trip. Enjoy yourself. And be responsible. Like I said, this stuff has been happening, and I don't think a lot of people have been aware of it. You've been getting on planes. Yes, they have. And sending back pictures in masks from all over the world. Okay? Gemini, I will be back momentarily with your love reading. Okay. Hi, Gemini. I'm back with your cards now for your love reading. Let's get ready to get right into this. It's the Knave of Wands, Princess of Wands. I think they call it the Squire of Wands. It depends on which deck that you're in. That's your underlying card. Okay. Yeah. Alright, Gemini. Your first reading was so fast because the love reading was about to hit for it, okay? It's hitting for something. Alright. The coronavirus has not been too good to you. Not in relationship ways. Quite a few of you have lost a relationship. Been a lot of fighting inside, in the house. A lot of arguments in the house. In the house, a lot of arguments. A lot. And I mean really a lot. And then another, you just decided that you wanted to be by yourself. You probably spending extra time in your office space in the house. If there were times that you literally had to go into the physical office, you were going, like you was like volunteering, like I will go, because you wanted to be by yourself. You walked away from the relationship, and you've been feeling it. It's not completely over though. But you are literally in your head like, yo, it needs to be over. Like, I don't want this no more. There's so many things that were brought to the forefront with the pandemic, with living like this. It's important to understand that while you walked away from this, and I'm going to say in your head, I don't think this relationship, I think a breakup is what you want. As I said earlier, it looks like it was, because there's been a lot of duking out going on in the house. You know what I mean? Like, a lot. And you just like, can I just be by myself? Like, you didn't see a lot of your relationship prior to this focused, we're around each other all the time type deal. Like, right now, I'm sure there's so many arguments happening over toilet paper. And not because toilet paper ran out at the stores at the beginning of the pandemic. I'm saying there are arguments happening over nominal things. Toilet paper, toothpaste, candle lighting throughout the day. Like, someone who's never home, never around, is now being incensed because the candle is going all day. And the person's like, I always got this candle going. You ain't never here. Like, there's just been a lot of nitpicking arguments that are ballooning on top of other problems that were there. So let's be clear. This is not a situation that you're not aware of. And you feel like this is cruel and unusual punishment. Like, you're like, I got to get out of here. I have to get out of here. Like, I gotta get free. But when you do that, we're going to get some clarification. We on it this time, Gemini. We are on it this time. I'm going to pull my love deck. Have it be in charge of pink tourmaline, pink opal, rose quartz, rhodonite, rhodochrosite. We rocking here. Yeah. I love this deck. All right, let's look and see. Ancestors, can I have clarification for Gemini's love romance reading? Sun, moon, rising, Venus. Ooh, baby, didn't I say it? Ooh. Tower. Which is a big change. And most of the time, depending upon how, whatever else comes with it. But I already see what it's hidden for. Oh my God, change upon change. And this is the change about this relationship. You see what I'm saying? Gemini, that popped for you at the beginning as your underlying reading for your general reading, which now explains why you want to go on the trip. You may be trying to Hail Mary or trying to save your relationship because it had family there, but I see, definite notes of Buddhism, whoever is you're in a relationship with, like your husband, your wife, you live with this person and it's like it's a Hail Mary, like I'm trying to really win. I want to save this relationship. Spirit, can I have a little bit more clarification? Just give me a little bit more of a message here. I get it now. I don't know, Gemini. Be aware. Be aware. There's a lot of things on the play right now. Nothing's really moving for you. That fell flat, so I cannot. That did not. Here we go. All right. Work is so important to you. In your mind, the thought process is, if I could just work. Like, you feel like we got enough money, we can get through anything. And you really feel like that. Like, it's not halfway with you. Like, you really feel like that. But then it's like it's the last on your list of things to do. You have to really begin to understand that people, this is a nice, beautiful card, but it comes at the very end of your reading, right? People need your attention while you're working. People need your attention while you're living your day-to-day life. You know, while you're putting all your gusto and all your interest into things that make sure the house is taken care of, which is your love language, quite frankly. As I've seen with Geminis, you are a very monetarily driven group of people. Okay, and you feel like as long as the money is there, we can make it through anything, because a lot of you have been through things or have lived in a background where money was important, be it coming from a negative influence or a positive influence, but money was super important. That's what's really in your brain. But you have to understand, people need the emotional reinforcement from you throughout all that other stuff you're doing. You understand? It's really important. So go on your trip. Your general reading is bleeding right into your romance reading like it did for Taurus. Go on your trip. This may be the Hail Mary that you need, but you cannot get back from that trip, Gemini, and then put your little Two of Cups that you captured again in the island, wherever it is that you're going, up on the shelf and then act like they don't need you anymore. They do. They need the phone calls. They need the text messages. They need to be included in decision making. Like, I'm feeling like the person is just being put to the side and only being called up when you feel you need something. But what about when they need something? When they're calling you, you need to answer them phone calls. If they call in over and over again, because I'm hearing incessant phone calls, okay, 1 every 3 calls. If the calls are really crazy, 1 every 6 calls. You can't answer every call. But you could text in between 1 every 3 and then answer on the 6th call. My point is, you have to start to include this person in your heart, in your emotions, because you share a lot of your emotions with your coworkers. There's a lot of jokes being had over there. People know what type of coffee you take. They know you could be the person scared of the candle. They know you scared of candles. Now your partner that you home with full time, now they know you scared of candles. You know what I mean? The people that you are with every single day know your quirks because they're around you and they are your subordinates in most cases, and they want to make your life easier, thereby making their lives easier. But your mate, it's not the same type of relationship. And you can't call them up from, you know what I mean, call them up from the bench to play in the main field when you ready. They're a whole person, and you will be back where this is, because guess what? This is ending, your reading is ending in the Fool. Don't be no fool with this. You cannot patch this up with a trip, a gift, some cool and ha and all. You got to really work on this relationship. Peace, Gemini.